Now let's go into Nux talking about this whole situation. Somebody that's not directly involved, that is one of me, that is like my kind, who is just on the outside looking in. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a like because I know I'm gonna like this video. This is a long one, so it's gonna be a while.
Breaking
Buckle
news,
up.
Twitch
It's
streamer
gonna be a wild
Emiru
ride.
has accused fellow streamer Mizkif of assault, abuse, stalking, harassment, and threats of blackmail. Now, this is something that I was waiting to go out with for a very long time. All right, I kind of knew this was happening a little bit behind the scenes.
Yep.
Not to say any sources or anything, but we all kind of knew.
Yeah, there were rumors that seemed very valid, and a lot of large people like Tectone were validating them secretly. Not even really secretly, they were dropping little hints if you watched their videos, if you watched their streams.
This was happening, especially me, who was in fact correct the entire time. For
Yep,
years. In fact,
same.
Some would argue that I am in fact something of a pre-watcher. I pre-watch reality and then make content. Now, Mizkif.
Usually I don't. Usually I'm trying to get my full first-time reaction whenever I make videos, but in this situation, I saw a lot of shit building. I see everything, man. And when I see something crazy, I try and not look at it. I'm like, nope, I gotta watch that later.
Eyebrows are not the only war crime in this image. There are also a lot of other crazy things that are happening.
Yep.
So Emiru made a stream talking about it. Mizkif responded. There's lots of other content. I am not going to be going through all of every single stream because it'll be long. What I am instead going to do is I am going to give you the breakdown. That's right.
Let's go.
This is going to be the only video that doesn't just react to infinite streams and give you all. I'm going to give you all the lore, but with actual merit. All right, and I will explain why. Because, well, not only is Tectone vindicated, obviously, but I am vindicated because it's almost like I saw this coming.
Yep, it's same. He acts like he's the only one. He does this all the time. It's kind of part of his shtick. But he's just kind of playing a character, because I also knew, so many other people knew.
Years ago. Now, I'm going to show you a
years.
very
It's
deep
been
dive
years.
into Mizkif lore. All right, and I'll tell you how I was right about everything, and why I was right
By the way, best friends with Hassan.
about everything. So, Mizkif has been in many dramas and controversies over the years, including all sorts of climbing cherry trees in Japan and pissing off the people in Japan by being disrespectful and stuff. So this is Mizkif. He is a large streamer.
I believe I reacted to that whole situation also.
Popular, was very popular. Now he's more infamous than popular. But if you actually look back into his videos, I'm going to show you what his videos looked like several years ago. Now remember, Mizkif is apparently not
There's BB No Money. How about that?
Controversial enough to be kicked out.
Another virtue signaling freak who canceled Asmongold in his video just because people didn't like Asmongold. Like, what an absolute freak. What a pussy.
Out of, let's say, Baby No Money's stream or his music videos, he would collab with famous singer-rapper guys that would be more than happy to throw people like Asmongold under the bus. Now, make it clear, anyone like me, I'm a Nazi controversial guy, all right? I'm a controversial Jewish Nazi, classic Jewish Nazi controversy. Whereas Mizkif is a lovely, wholesome Chungus accepted streamer guy. Now, if you actually look at his videos from 2 years ago, this is when I originally called that there was something up with him, you will actually notice something very interesting. All of his content is essentially, I got women on stream, and I am hanging out with women on stream, and me and women on stream are doing fun hangout things.
Yeah, and that's what NMP was also doing, by the way.
All right, so Mizkif would sit there in his Austin bedroom, Austin apartment, and he would open up the freaking doors, and people would just come into his house, women, and they would all chill out there, and they would make epic sauce content together.
Hey, look at that, a weekend with Pokimane. How about that? Another virtue signaling freak who lies and manipulates and who is a PR corporate demon.
Him and women in the videos, and then, you know, reacting to some Drama Slob classic. But this is just classic Mizkif style content. Now, I am going to tell you something a little bit controversial, and that is that, see, like, look at all of his videos.
I pay my viewers rent. How about you just do that without having to make a big spectacle about it? You fucking freak. Which would be different if it was a good person doing that.
Every single one is like this. All right, he's sitting in his room, and you get some random Twitch whore, usually, on the stream, walking in to chill with him. Now, the reason is very simple. The reason is views, and the reason is also Turns out Mizkif might have been Twitch's Diddy. So realistically, a lot of allegations came out against Mizkif now, but I will give you some breakdown that will change your perspective on perhaps this fine young fellow.
Not gonna
Mizkif
change mine.
Respecter of women, mass collaborator of female
I saw
streamers.
this.
He helps girls in a male-dominated industry. Progressive values and politics. Racism is bad. Mizkif. Gambling is bad. Mizkif. Tectone is bad. Mizkif. Feminism based.
Dude, every fucking time. Like, they make themselves known what they're all about. It's the popular take amongst the top streamers. How about that? Every time.
Mizkif. Mizkif now. Allegations of covering up sexual assault. Allegations of sexual assault. Allegations from multiple women. Allegations of stalking women. Allegations of harassing women. Allegations of regulating women every single time. Now, you should definitely follow me on Twitter.
I think that Hassan's gonna be called out for doing this very same shit very, very soon.
I have the best content on all of Twitter, but you should also take
By the way, best friends with Mizkif.
note that people got really upset at me. People got it, well, so not in the comments so much, but mostly like people screenshotting it and stuff. People got really upset at me, and it's like, why are you like calling him out for these things? These are good things, guys. These are good things, guys. He's a male feminist. What do you mean? What do you mean, guy? What do you mean? So I got some people noticing the male feminist playbook, which is true. But I get infinite amounts of people trying to shit on me for saying that. Are you saying that all of these things are bad? Yes. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm not saying all of these things are bad, but I do think that the whole progressive values in politics...
It definitely fits a pattern. It fits a mold that all these celebrity freaks have, and they all parrot the same opinions, the same talking points.
Respecter of women, collaborator of female streamers, tens...
And, like, it's not even really that we are doing the same thing because we're making fun of it. We are self-aware. We know what's happening here.
To very often be some sort of facade. All right, it's almost always these guys, you know, because I'll give you an alternative, because people were pissed at me for this, but I'll give you an alternative. If Mizkif, instead of doing this whole whoring around thing, would have instead, you know, married someone and built a family with her and never collabed with other female streamers, sitting on his lap and painting his face and shit, or whatever they were doing.
That's what I was saying,
this wouldn't
man.
have happened.
Yep.
He would actually be having a wonderful life right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. He made fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Obviously, it's the virtue signal crowd.
Yeah, they all say the same shit. They're all about the same shit.
He has the correct opinion, guys. He has the correct side of politics. What do you mean? What do you mean? He is just a guy that's so progressive and respects women so much he'll only rape some of them, allegedly. So I'm really glad that we're covering this, and I'm going to cover it from the perspective as an outsider, because I don't really know Mizkif personally. I don't really know Emiru personally. We've spoken a few times, but I don't really know her personally. So I'm going to do my best as a third party, but I will tell you that I actually spoke to someone who was making a giant merch company that I'm probably going to have merch soon, by the way. But I was talking to someone who made a merch company, and he said, oh, I know streamers. I know Mizkif. Could you get me in contact with Mizkif? I think we could work well together. And I told him, and this was during the Mizkif, you know, collaborating with every woman on the planet era, before he ever got into, like, controversies. And I said, look, I'm going to tell you right now, there's something's going to come out about Mizkif, all right? Something's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's kind of inevitable. He's like the male feminist.
And it's gonna get way worse. I think it goes beyond this whole relationship with Emiru. Goes way beyond. Because there's so many people that are connected to this situation. So many people got affected. And I think there's some actual real life, some actual criminal activity happening.
Super progressive, and he hangs out with every woman on the planet. Something's gonna happen. And, well, I mean, listen, something happened. So, it all started in the end of 2022. So, at the end of 2022, Trainwreck made a tweet. All right, this is just some extra lore. Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did to those girls to cover up all those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag piece of shit? You want to come at me and make shit up, then you better be sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure pussy.
Yep, and Hassan saw this and reacted to it. And basically, it was like, what the fuck? And defended Mizkif and completely shit on Trainwreck.
This is a response of Trainwrecks to Mizkif, who is basically saying, gambling is immoral. Right? Now, to be clear, I think gambling isn't moral. I don't think you should gamble. I don't think it's good or healthy for you. I don't think you should gamble. Will I take a gambling sponsorship? Maybe, because it'll probably make me a lot of money. But I don't think it's healthy or good for you to gamble.
Yep.
It's not. It's not a good thing, and I'm not going to make believe it is. So
yeah, we fall short of God's grace all the time, man. Like, Whatever God wants us to do, we're fucking morons. Like, I think gambling is degenerate, but am I gonna go to a casino and gamble a little bit? If I had the money to spend, probably. I'm not gonna go there to try and make money. That's actually just fucking retarded. That's beyond, that's not even degenerate, that's just retarded.
You know, Mizkif does this whole gambling bad virtue signal, and Trainwreck's like, you really gonna do this, bro, when you're out there fucking hiding sexual assaults? Now, this was a massive controversy.
Yeah, he was just aligning with all of the people that were saying, oh, these people are going to kick because they are too degenerate for Twitch. Okay, well, it's better to be a part of gambling than a platform that actually accepts sexual assault as being all right with only less than 2-day bans for it. But if you call somebody fat, nope, that doesn't fly.
Drama at some point. And eventually OTK, which is the company that these woke streamers all got together. This was back before Asmongold became political. You know, this was where they were so cool. They were all hanging out with all the girls and the guys. It was amazing. And OTK basically made a fucking, this was the size of the font, goddammit. This was the size of the font, man. Essentially saying we stand against sexual assault and we're looking into it, and it seems like nothing kind of happened. These are allegations. We're going to investigate it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, now the reason why people found this suspicious is because Mizkif kind of sort of admitted it. Mizkif kind of admitted that this was going on, which was definitely a twist. No one saw this one coming. Turns out the largest enemy of the Mizkif was the Mizkif himself.
The narrative about him being creepy. Yeah, that sucks. I told him, I'm like, look, you didn't rape anybody, you know? It's one thing, I feel like, I mean, like, he didn't do anything. He didn't.
Didn't do anything. It wasn't rape.
And, like, people make it seem like he did.
It's pretty weird.
Like, when people, like, think of it, they think that he stuck his fucking dick inside her.
Right, but thank God that didn't happen. That would be bad.
And I'm like, that's what people perceive it as when they don't. People probably don't even know the situation.
Right, it was only sexual assault. It wasn't literal rape, so didn't do nothing.
No.
Yeah, even though, like, that is what that whole message was about. It wasn't about rape. It was about sexual assault.
Oh, it's not 90% of people. Look, I don't think there's a single person that we used to hang out with that doesn't hang out with Slick anymore because of what happened. I actually think there's literally none. Because the reality is, worst comes to worst of it, it's fucking, like, sexual harassment, right?
Bro! Yikers! Mikers!
I mean, like, no one, what you can deem of it, it's sexual harassment, whatever.
Oh, he almost said it. He almost said it.
Assault.
At a low scale,
Yep.
It's not really a big deal.
Low scale.
I remember seeing this. This is fucking disgusting, man. I saw a compilation of a bunch of Mizkif fails.
I don't think people really gave a shit and really cared. I'm gonna turn this off if you're gonna be like,
Yeah, no one really cares. He only put in one finger or something. I don't really know all the details, but it was like a B-tier sexual assault at best, to be honest. It was B-tier sexual assault, not even close to like A-tier assault or S-tier harassment.
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from a guy who actively does the same shit and doesn't think it's bad.
So anyway, not really a big deal. No one actually really cares. So to be honest, this was kind of his response to the whole covering up. Well, this wasn't his response, but this was literally a clip from his stream. Investigations did not find direct evidence that Mizkif attempted to minimize or cover up sexual assault as alleged. But Mizkif was on video being like, yeah, low tier sexual assault, whatever. So anyway, my let's just say expectations were low. And oh my, was it even worse than I thought in every way. So we're going to be showing you a couple of clips from the actual Emiru stream where she exposed the shit out of him. We are going to take it from there. We're going to look at his response. You should definitely lock in. I spent a long time going through fucking all of the shit so that we could cover this in an efficient and productive manner. Definitely subscribe, because on this channel, not only do we make fun
Thank you for doing the work for me, Nux, so I don't have to do it myself.
of retards, but we also make
Yeah, well, I did some of the work, I guess.
fun of feminists, because retards and feminists get along sometimes.
I'm adding to the conversation. I am contributing to the fall of Twitch.
They hold hands
And
they
all
dance
these
together.
fucking celebrity streamer freaks.
It's pretty beautiful, right? We have male feminist Mizkif out here, the banner boy of women. Right? Everyone calls Asmongold a misogynist, but last I checked, Asmongold didn't fucking rape anybody. So, it's a rough day. It's a rough day.
Last week, everything I said on my stream
I'm thinking about it now. They called Charlie
right
Kirk.
now, that's like,
Bro, they called Charlie Kirk a misogynist. And this guy laughed at Charlie Kirk's death. Mizkif
How about
laughed
that?
at Charlie
Yep.
Kirk's death. They
Sounds
called
about
Charlie
right.
Kirk a misogynist.
Uh-huh.
Charlie Kirk might have been a quote-unquote misogynist, but he was a man married to a woman that he never cheated on, that he had multiple children with, that they built a beautiful family together. All right? Now you have these people and...
Oh, I'm going to be looking into that whole situation because apparently there's some people that are basically denying that and thinking that Charlie Kirk's wife had him killed and was working with the feds and that Donald Trump did it. According to Candace Owens, that is what happened. Like, I'm going to be looking into that because that shit's fucking insane.
By misogynists. They're all fucking rapists. Like, what are we doing?
Yep. Agreed. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a horrible day. It's a horrible day to be woke. It's not easy to be woke. All right, let's see.
That last week, everything I said on my stream was accurate, obviously, except for one thing. I was wrong about one thing. I was going over the tweet that Twitch initially put out where they're like, oh yeah, this thing happened to a...
So this is her referring to the fact that she was sexually assaulted, poor girl, at TwitchCon, literally on camera.
Yeah, she just cannot get away from it, man.
And Twitch never really apologized for any of that.
High-profile creator, police were on site, we're cooperating with law enforcement investigations. What I was wrong about was, they were...
All of this shit is just ingrained into the culture of Twitch. That's why they don't do anything about any of this stuff.
not cooperating with law enforcement investigations.
Oh my god!
I found that out
Whoa!
on Monday when I got a phone call from the San Diego police, and they were talking to me, and they basically said, hey, we can't really do anything right now because they apparently know
This
the
is
name
on
of the
his end,
guy,
that's not me.
but they're not giving it to us until a warrant goes through.
Bro.
Which, if you know anything about that stuff, it usually takes a while. Even, if it's expedited, which it was being expedited for me, but it still takes a lot of time. And they're like, yeah, they're refusing to give us the name, which, as far as I'm aware, is like a very common company thing, where they'll be, they don't want to give out names of potential people involved in crimes because then that person could maybe sue them for giving their name to police. I don't know, something like that. That's what my
That
lawyer
sounds like
said.
bullshit to me.
But basically,
okay, whatever.
Twitch was trying to make sure that the guy, Diego police, and they were talking to me.
Maybe it was on my end. I don't know. I'm checking. Let's go to where I was. There we go.
Twitch was trying to make sure that the guy that assaulted me didn't sue them.
Nope, it is on his end.
Which
Yeah.
meant that the police were not able to work on the case right away. So yeah, I got a call about that on, I believe it was Monday, from the San Diego police. They were like, yeah, we're working on the warrant, but right now, that's all we can really do, but we're trying our best. Just want to let you know, we're gonna keep in the loop and everything. I was like, okay. I was very frustrated because I was like, damn, I didn't know that on Saturday. I would have said that if I knew that.
No shit. So that's crazy. Essentially, they kind of let this guy get sort of off the hook. They don't want to give his name out and stuff. That's insane. It's almost like that the company Twitch, which literally is seeming to run defense for terrorists, is also running defense for rapists. It's pretty.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? That's literally what they're fucking doing right now with not letting people be, at the very least, 6-month ban. Or perma ban. Come on. Actual sexual assault happening live on stream on Twitch, and they do nothing about it.
Pretty weird how that keeps happening. It's kind of odd. I feel like there's an overlap there in the Twitch priorities. Anyway, then Emiru releases the bombshell that she is actually in the process of filing a restraining order against Mizkif.
I also want to say, just so people know that I'm not just trying to put this out there and then, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California. I also want to...
So, first of all, obviously, she needs to do this. Obviously, that is the case. That's first and foremost and very important. Secondly, I think she should have done this before she made her stream. I think it should have been finalized. And I'll tell you why. From a legal perspective, especially in Texas, it's really easy to get sued for defamation when you're calling someone a rapist / sexual assaulter. So I really think that it would have been nice if she actually had something in paper and in writing to say that this is an actual fully justified reason to why she's coming out. But anyway, I'm happy she's doing it because this guy seems unhinged. He really...
Yep, and Twitch loves this shit.
Seems unhinged, and I'm honestly...
They're probably going to run full defense for Mizkif.
I don't want him to kill himself, but it really does seem...
I could see them banning Emiru, but yeah, Nux is right. People are saying that he should an Hero, and go fuck yourself, dude. If you're saying shit like that, like nothing bad like that should happen to anybody.
Like well, we're gonna look at his response. All right, we're gonna look at his response. Now, anywho, let's see how Mizkif has been reacting to her after their breakup. Before we get to the actual, well, allegations.
I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open.
He'd be hate watching.
He would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream. Like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year. And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed
Respecter of women, by the way.
I still wanted him.
That's some abuser talk. Holy shit, what is that? Again,
I'm pretty sure that I saw a clip of that. I'm about 35% sure I saw a clip of that.
not confirming any allegations or anything. We're going through this together. We're gonna come up with our own conclusions at the end, all right? Which I already have come to, but I'm not gonna spoil my actual conclusions. But yikes!
Interesting.
I'm gonna try and find that real quick. What the fuck is this? I didn't see this one.
Maybe rewind another 20 minutes. You could put this in the notes too. So you said you were gonna punch me like in those tweets. What did you mean by that? You should write a first-person account of living with NPD. I would read it.
What's NPD? Neil Patrick? What?
Google it.
Narcissistic personality disorders, mental health condition where a person
Oh
believes they're
fuck.
better than.
Oh shit.
You really think I think I'm better than everyone else?
Well, maybe rewind another 20 minutes. You could put this in the notes too.
Yeah, damn. Well, I tried to look for it. I could not find it. But I know I saw it. Maybe I saw somebody talking about it. I don't know.
Considering I never replied.
Thought he
And
saw it
would
on
ask
stream.
other
Said it on
guys
stream.
If they thought I had slept with anyone this year.
What the fuck?
That's fucking
Again,
weird.
Horror culture is not good. All right, I want to make this clear. All right, horror culture is bad. It really is. Yeah, like, and I'll be real. I'll be honest. I know that people are gonna like say, Nux, why are you using this as a moment to push your agenda? And the answer is because it's not my agenda. It's God's. It's literally almost like the ideal way for you to lead your life is to get married to one person and have kids. And
That's what I
build a
was saying,
family
man.
And not actually,
True.
you know, live in this weird hedonistic society,
Yup.
Silence of the Lambs kind of shit, bro. Out here fucking around with everything that moves, for you know, chasing women around. Like, dude,
Yeah, when my ex broke up with me over a decade, I was wondering the same thing. But I wasn't like asking people that. Like, I didn't care. I didn't want to get involved in her life at all. Like, there was always that wonderment. But like, holy shit.
dude, what are we doing, guys? What about man whores? Man whores too, all of them. God damn. Build a family. What are you doing? What are you doing? Not only is it what God would want, but it's also better. It's literally better for you personally.
Yeah, it's like every time you have sex with somebody, it's like your souls intertwine. And whenever you leave that person, even if it's just like a one-night stand, you rip off a little piece of your soul. Every single time.
You do it from a selfish perspective. From a selfish perspective. Just get married and have kids, bro. What is this? Anyway.
Like, I don't fucking know, man. And then, they told me he would say stuff like...
Again, this isn't me calling Emmy a whore or anything. I don't know anything about her personal life. But this is essentially... This culture is what leads to Mizkif going around asking people who she slept with and stuff like that. I don't actually know what she does in her personal life. I have no idea. But bro!
Also don't care.
This shit sucks. This is Hollywood. It's Hollywood, but for like gay teenagers.
No, there's
Yep.
no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me.
Man, I just want to go back and talk about video games.
Just really fucking
Yikes.
gross stuff like that. And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time. Basically weren't together anymore because
He's trying to save his reputation here by
Like, I remember seeing a clip of him saying something like, she still wants me, bro.
making believe they're still besties.
was too mature and I was not ready.
Yeah, I'm just too mature. She's not ready. She's waiting. She's gonna get back to bro's a psycho if that's true.
too immature. But yeah, you can see from the messages I showed. I'm not sure if people can go back and read them.
Holy insecurity, Batman.
He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like I said, some of those messages were even, I believe, ChatGPT. Not that it really matters. It's just
Yeah, it's just
interesting,
weird.
right?
Just weird.
Probably because he was way too drunk to actually type up something that didn't seem like he was drunk.
Doesn't matter.
As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly. I think because about 2 months ago was when he started kind of getting scared that I might have been like, you know, telling people things.
Yikes. Now, a lot of people seem to have known what was going on. Like, I have someone in my chat saying that FaZe knew about it in their clips teasing. Like, the reality is a lot of people kind of knew about this, but as long as Emiru didn't want to come out with the info, it's not really necessarily people's place to always come out with
It's not their story to tell.
stuff like this if she personally didn't want to. Again, I feel bad for anyone else that was hurt because this stuff gets kept silent. And the issue is there's so many false allegations on Twitch that, like, you know, like, who's gonna even believe you? Like, coming out with something like this means you're stepping right into the furnace, you know? Like, it's...
Yo, why am I getting hit with copyright claims on my other channel for some reason out of nowhere? Like, what the fuck? Video cannot be monetized. Oh, that's not even on my other channel. That's on my main channel. What? Oh, okay. Well, that's a separate issue.
It's definitely a rough, multifaceted situation. Definitely a rough, multifaceted situation. But the reality is, this is literally crack whore high school drama. Okay, not that these are high school age. Obviously these are not high school age people. These are adults in their 20s and 30s. But like, bro, this is fucking awful. It's a pathetic culture. It really is such an unbelievably pathetic culture. And of course, it pushes all these progressive
Ah, god damn it! I have to do something about this.
values shit, because that's literally it's the gay child culture that never wants to grow up. Like, that's what we're looking at.
This is some high school drama bullshit. Like, what the fuck? And I'm not even blaming Emiru for it. I am straight up. I give her about maybe 5% of the blame. I talk about percentages a lot. I'm just pulling them out of my ass. And I give 95% of the blame to Mizkif because he is an actual garbage human being.
Looking at a lot of kids that don't want to grow up necessarily. And I think that watching Mizkif act like a fucking anime stalker, talking about how she actually secretly likes me secretly, and I'm I'm just too mature for her actually secretly, it seems like.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me,
Bro.
despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would
That sounds like assault to me, if it's true.
throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always, you know, was
sounds like assault to me. Anyway.
like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
Ugh. No, this stuff sounds nightmarish. It really does. It's pathetic, dude. It's horrible that it got this far. He said he aimed at the bed. Well, we're going to look at his response in a minute. Don't worry. I got you. All right. So, apparently this is the bombshell tweet. So, lock in.
And, I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot.
Dude, the culture is so fucked. Like, it's insane. You know, look, I'm a streamer.
Yeah, this culture is fucked. Our culture is being built, and it's doing really, really well. Like, I've pretty much doubled my revenue just in, like, the past week.
Like, they're streamers, and we know a lot of...
I think it's about to get bigger because of the changes that I've made to this show. Tell me how you feel about the new changes that I've made, if you've made it this far into the video. I've made a lot of changes. It was hard work, man. I feel really good about it, and I'm going to be making even more changes.
People overlapping, and you know, people are gonna come around and they're gonna grow up and they're gonna look back at life and they're gonna say Nux was right all along.
Yep, we were all right, because that's the culture that we're creating, a truth culture.
You shouldn't need to live like this, you know. It's really rough, bro. It's absolutely rough. It's absolutely brutal. It's brutal. You don't need to live like this. And then they're coworkers and they're still collabing. Like, it's the most toxic situation of all time.
To try to comfort me.
Someone in my chat just said she wanted marriage and kids, and he said no. Generational fumble. Dude, I'm telling you, there's so...
Imagine saying no to this girl. Like, my God. How do you fuck up that bad? How? Like, she is straight up wife material.
Really cursed shit that goes on between these, like, streamer relationships, man.
By hugging me while I was sitting on the couch.
Wait. She's sitting on the couch crying about how she's breaking up with him. And he decides to hug and kiss her.
Me really close to him, and when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with, but I let him hold me while I was crying.
Bro.
And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot.
Bro.
And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants.
Bro, what
and
Yeah, dude, what were you gonna have some sad sex? Was that what the deal was here? That's so fucking weird, man.
I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, and instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like
gonna have some sad makeup sex. That's what he was feeling.
Something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers.
By the way, I kind of get that whole before we cover what just happened, what she just said, but I kind of get that whole mindset of not wanting to make trouble, not wanting to start drama, because you really feel like your career comes to an end if you're gonna beef with a bigger streamer
around us, or making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but I just felt this pressure, I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense.
So unfortunately, it does kind of make sense. God, dude,
Dude, all of this, it seems like it's a fucking TV show. This seems like it's Shameless. The TV show Shameless. That's exactly what this shit is.
Awful, dude. That's awful. Anyway, what am I supposed to say? That's just awful. That's just a nightmare.
And I think that Asmongold is probably lip.
So, anywho, obviously, if this is true, then Mizkif should be completely excommunicated from the entire streamer world and, polite society in general. That's actual sexual assault, if this is true. Again, these are just allegations with no proof. So I'm not, I saw a lot of people jump to the conclusion just immediately believing it, just because, quite frankly, I kind of believe it myself. But ultimately, this is, it was just a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding?
I think that it was kind of a misunderstanding, but it was definitely aggressive. I think that he was looking for something that she was not looking for, and he was kind of pushing it and trying to get her to do it, which is total, fucking TV drama behavior. What the fuck?
Bro, they're not in a relationship, and he's putting his hands down her pants. What are you talking about, misunderstanding? If this is true, then this is a nightmare, and this guy should be completely...
I know what God thinks about it.
Excommunicated from civil society. Sad, I used to think they were a cute couple. I don't know, man. When it comes to cute couples, I think a couple's a cute couple when it's a nice, lovely, man and wife making kids and stuff, shit like that.
Yep.
I trust Asmongold. I don't know what Asmongold said, but all I know is that this is really sad. You see a woman crying, you stick your hands down her pants. If this is true, this is a nightmare, and he should be...
Oh, he definitely misread that situation, at the very least. At the very most, it is sexual assault.
Excised from civil society. I personally do not touch women. This is a Nuxanor. I do not touch them, except for specific.
I try not to even look at them.
Ones, one ideally, and then others if
bounce your eyes
or something. But yeah, no. Other than that, nah, dude. We do not. Nope. Absolutely not. I don't touch them. Cooties are very real. Nah, but this is gross. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting. It really is gross. Anyway, yep, one woman for me. I'm a simple man, I guess, and I'm very happy in my life personally, and I thank God every single day. And Mizkif doesn't. Mizkif's a male feminist that only allegedly rapes women, so that makes it better or something. Asmin gave context on things she didn't bring up. Yeah, look, as far as context, look at the last 10 minutes of Asmongold's video where he talks about his part. I have some clips about Asmongold, don't worry. I did my research. But cooties ruins careers? No, but realistically, man, if you're a dude, get yourself one woman that you love and stick with her forever, and that's it. It's I know that sounds easier said than done, but...
Yeah, I don't do this dating bullshit. I am voluntary celibate, or I would end up having a kid with a woman that does not love me and that I don't love, and then we just got a kid, and then everything's fucked. No, thank you. I'd rather stay celibate and not even try, and God will send me a woman.
That should be the goal. What is this whole fucking a cringe hedonistic lifestyle. You're shoving your hands down the pants of a crying woman. Is that our average feminist? Are these the feminists in society that
I love it when people call me a homophobe, and I'm just like, bro, I'm a heterophobe too. I think all of that shit's fucking gross.
we're supposed to be looking up to in life? Like, are these the people that we're supposed to make our role models? People with like tens of thousands of streamers that are sitting out there telling you about feminism and stuff, hanging out with like 6 women and everything's fine until a few years later all this shit happens? Come on, dude. This is cringe as fuck. Like, I hate this age where people are just making believe this is a real thing. This whole generation is wild. Performative male wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah, the Beanos archetype. No, it's the whole male feminist shit. It's the whole male feminist shit. If you really think you need a kiss ass to do politics in order to be accepted, then you're a cringe beta. You really are. Like, stand up for what you believe in. Fight for what's actually true and real. And don't do this whole cringe hedonism rabbit hole. It's unbelievable. The facade is crazy. Anyway, next clip.
Walls. Again, you can go
So fucking based.
see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die.
This is a psycho! This is an actual psycho! This is like, it's a pathetic baby man with zero control over his life, so desperate of exuding the facade of control. I'm gonna drive fast and kill us both. Oh my god, what is that? Bro, this is some unbelievable cringe.
Imagine, like, actually doing the thing. Actually, like, it's cringe enough just to threaten to do it, but to actually do the thing that could lead to it is so fucking evil. Because I will be like, jokingly in an argument, and I'll be like, I will drive this fucking car off this fucking bridge. Like, I don't get it. I don't get rage like that. I just don't understand how that gets into people. Like, we'll be on a trip. We'll be going home sometimes, and I'll be like, I will turn this car around. Even though there's nowhere for us to turn around to, because we're already going home. It's just like, come on. Come on.
I don't know if I believe they were going 150. Who cares, man? It's this concept of
I do. I believe it. Because of the car that he's driving.
With so little control that he has to do these pathetic, grandiose, insecure motions to prove that he's the Giga Chad, instead of actually standing up for what's right and what he believes in, and not being just a hedonistic freak, allegedly, according to the story. We're gonna look at his response.
Well, the problem is he doesn't actually believe in anything except views and money and fame.
Do not worry. We're going to look up his response after. No, but this is insane. What a baby.
Like, threatening to kill both of us.
Right.
And this wasn't, like, even necessarily because of me or, like, because of something I did a lot of the time. Like, one of the times that it happened, it was because, we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that, Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well.
What a pathetic bitch.
Like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Bro!
Over Mr. Beast. Wow.
Wow, this guy seems mature and healthy. Wow, look at that. Dude is exhibiting all of the deadly sins right here. Pride, envy, greed. Holy shit, lust. Oh my god, dude is like a walking bag of deadly sins. No, the craziest part is the 7 deadly sins are just basically what woke culture became. It really is.
Yep.
Mr. Beast won't talk to me. And he drives fast, tries to kill himself.
They're all the homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist. All of them. They have become those things.
No, that's not a guy that's overloading on pride and envy and greed and lust. This is pathetic shit.
And then at home,
it's depression that did it. Look, I do believe depression is a real thing. Okay, I want to make this clear because I know that it's a complicated topic. Depression is obviously real. Depression is not, however, an excuse to excuse.
Depression is real until you start to use it as an excuse, and then it just becomes an excuse. And also, people like to talk about all of these ailments that they have and be like, like talking with people, trauma bonding, if you will. That shit's bullshit. You just want people to feel sorry for you and to connect with you because you have a thing.
Use bad actions. Okay? It's not.
I've seen people with real depression. They don't want to talk about it. They usually don't, and they bed rot a lot. That's a thing that happens a lot. I was with a girl that had depression, and she was really trying to get out of it, and she couldn't. She finally did, I think. I haven't talked to her in years. But yeah, it's a real thing, and it fucking sucks. My best friend struggles with it quite often, but he doesn't tell anybody.
You have free will, even if you're depressed. Now, if you're depressed, the entire world might look like shit to your eyes and your life might suck, and I really feel bad for you, and I hope you find a way out of that dark hole. But, however, you still have free will, okay? So you could shove your depression up your ass, all right? This is holy
fucking, I feel that,
right?
man.
Depression is real, absolutely. It's not an excuse to kill people or threaten people.
Other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser,
bro,
and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him.
What?
And mine was doing better.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. This guy's fucking pathetic.
Yeah, why not just make better content? You know, I've seen Mizkif's content. It's garbage. It's so garbage. And like, he uses titties. He uses titties and girls and like cars and money and fame in order to get views. And that just does not work. I've seen Emiru's content, and a lot of it is just her having fun and being real and being herself. And that's why it gets more views. Plus, she's a very pretty female, and he should have embraced that, but he's a fucking jealous freak.
Are you joking me? You've got to be kidding me. How is this real life? And this guy is looked up to, and everyone's looking up to this guy? Bro.
Right?
Look, I understand what it feels like when you make a video and it's not
That's what happens when you have an audience of retards.
doing well, and then your homie makes a video and it's doing better, and it's like, god damn it, I wish mine was better. But this is some pathetic inferiority complex type thing. Dude, work on yourself. I don't know, read the Bible and become a better human. What is
true,
this?
face,
You just
fuck.
suck as a guy. You want to know the least manly thing of all time? All right, this is gonna be a hot take. The least manly thing ever is losing your temper. Okay, I'm sorry. Being a man is knowing when to control yourself. All right, if you lose your temper for random bullshit, cringe shit like that, you are a pathetic child that can't.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson said it the best in my opinion. Be a monster that is controlled. Control the fact that you are a monster.
Control yourself. That is the most childish, anti-manly behavior of all time. What a clown move.
So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where
Be capable of violence, but don't commit violence. That's the thing. That's how you do it. That, like, great example.
I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to
Yikes.
not be thrown away.
That's
But
so
at the
sad.
same time, if I ever performed,
And you understand she stuck with him through all of that, right? You have to realize she stuck with him through all of that stuff. Like, do you understand? Do you understand if this dude would have stopped acting like a child and just actually given her and treated her well and given her whatever he could, like this would have worked out? Like, do you understand how crazy this is? This is horrible.
too well, I was gonna be punished for it.
Yikes, dude. That's some, like, dude, again, obviously this is just her allegations, but this sounds like some abusive circle jerk shit of streamer cringe. Anyway, apparently, she's been getting threats.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And
It's brutal. Dude, she came into the streaming world because she wants to make nice videos and stuff, you know? Like, she wants to make fun videos and have a good time on stream or whatever. And then this happens. Now you have to make.
Like, do people like this, not Emiru, do people like Mizkif get famous just from doing evil shit, being evil with other evil people who are doing evil shit, and they just are lucky and make connections with people who are running things? Is that how it's done? Is that the only way that like top streamers have gotten to be top streamers so far? Like, it's fucking weird. It's fucking disgusting.
make these videos talking about it. Like, this is brutal.
Honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation.
Oh, shit.
I was told that he even approached other
That's
streamers
blackmail.
who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
Bro.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them.
By the way, for the record, I do kind of believe this one. And the real reason is because I've had this similar thing happen to me. I've gotten canceled before, and then everyone comes out of the woodworks with these ancient video clips taken out of context to make me look worse. You know, like, you get canceled.
Yeah, which is crazy. Me seeing that, because I've been watching Nux for years, and I watched a lot of the videos that people were canceling him for, and I was just like, you people are fucking liars, dude. Like, what is happening?
And it's like, oh, now's the time. And then everyone jumps on the bandwagon to do their absolute best to destroy you. Like, I fully understand.
Even Mudahar. But at least he came out and apologized almost immediately. But that's not gonna heal that stab wound in Nux's back.
And that feeling. Like, I totally get it.
And saying if I ever
But here I stand.
talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals.
Bro, what? Whoa! Oh my god!
I killed my own rabbits.
That was the strat? Apparently he does say that? Okay. Don't worry, we're getting to his response in a bit, but god damn!
Yep.
Since I had
He did say
several of my
that.
rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
Bro, this
Okay.
is brutal.
And by the way, rabbits die. Rabbits die.
Has been called the rabbit thing before he thought about a response. Damn. All right, don't worry. We're gonna look at the rabbit thing. Where he does respond and mentions that. No, this is crazy. Holy shit, this guy is a psycho. It seems like he's a bit of a
Psycho!
I mean, dude, isn't
Prove
this
it!
kind of friendly with Hassan?
Go
who, like,
get it!
shouts his dog?
Crazy!
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we actually doing, man? This is crazy. Too many women fake allegations.
Yeah, didn't he defend Hassan through the whole Collargate thing?
The reality is there are too many false allegations, and every single person that makes a false allegation, they silence a real person. Every false allegation silences a real person that's going through some trauma. Because the reality is there are two parts. There are two parts to every story, and we don't know the truth. Obviously, you take every story as an individual, but this is crazy.
About the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment,
Oh my god.
sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done.
Bro, that's insane, dude. That's crazy. What a nightmare situation. Oh yeah, I saw this clip already where the Twitch refused to give up the name to police. All right. Yeah, I just saw this clip. Apparently, I took 2 copies of some of the clips because I did so much prep work for this. All right, XQC reacts to Mizkif being outed for abuse and harassment.
There we go.
All right, so XQC, for those of you that are unaware, for the lore, he's one of the big streamers. He actually went to apologize to Mizkif for believing that Mizkif was covering up a sexual assault. Well, my.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me.
Dude, his face is like, oh, you don't say. I thought this wasn't happening. Mizkif confirmed to me that it wasn't happening, and I believed him. That's what that face says. He's like, oh, my. So Mizkif was lying about something else, too.
And some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in...
Yeah, the fact that Mizkif was trying to cover all of this up and said he wasn't just leads me to believe everything that Emiru's saying is true.
Not condemning people or starting drama online.
Yeah, it's
so
not drama.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking. An honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers.
Bro, his commentary is not exactly
close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
His face says it all.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees.
What?
Threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months.
Like, I know this is a dark topic, but this is easily the best XQC clip I've ever seen. I understand
It's
every
pretty
single
good.
word he
Yep,
said.
exactly.
Anyway, obviously, this is getting real big. This is getting insanely big, wildly big. Everyone's involved. Nux, did this ever happen to you? What do you even mean? Dude, every single time. I've been canceled a lot of times by a lot of people, okay? Because, you know, I'm a very based fellow. People don't like me because...
Yeah, even people that I like to watch have tried to cancel Nux. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird.
Truth I spit. Can I tell you something? Not a single allegation of anything, of any of this sexual crap or cringe or anything came out. You know why? Do you know why? I never engaged with any of that shit. I never flirted with a streamer or anything
Same.
like that, or whatever. Nothing, zero, because I had no interest at all.
Yep.
I alone am the based one. All right, well.
A couple of girls that I talked to after my 10-year relationship ended very badly. It was basically a high school relationship that moved on into a couple years of my adult years, which, like, I did some bad stuff, not near this level. I just wasn't home a lot, and I was lying to her a lot. That was pretty much the end of that. And she did some actual crazy evil shit to me, and then blamed the things that I did in retaliation on me and told everybody that instead of what she did to me to get me to that point. But anyway, that I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, it's just like, holy shit, man.
Well, apparently it gets worse.
People start saying
It does.
Unofficial.
Everything that we're seeing right now on the internet, it's not even half of it, dude. It's probably like 10% of it. There's so much more. I've heard so many rumors that seem to be true about actual criminal shit, about money exchanging hands, about other girls being sexually assaulted. Like, holy shit, dude. Cover-ups, blackmail.
Ms. Raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying, like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc.
Bro! Mizkif told her I'm gonna kill myself if you don't respond.
Dude, actual fucking Cartman behavior.
Bro, are you insane? Someone in chat says show the messages. She does show the messages.
Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him.
Oh my god, these people are pathetic! These people are pathetic! Oh my god, there's so many people that I have like collabs with that ended up that I've helped build their careers, that they have become bigger streamers than me and then backstabbed me. That's happened to me more than once. I don't give a shit, dude. I do not care at all. You know why? Because I don't care about them. Okay, I do not care. It doesn't matter. All right.
I think me and Nux are on the same page with this one. The only thing that matters is what God thinks of us.
Very content with.
And he already knows that we fall short. At least we're trying.
Life with my family, with my career. Thank God. I'm happy that God is on my side, and I just know that I'm doing the right thing. I don't give a shit.
So based. This is why I love Nux.
That's where it is. That's where it's at. What is with this pathetic posturing?
That's
what a fragile ego, man.
I had higher viewership than him, and like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like, everyone knows when there's drops, like, it's not even fucking real. But yeah, there was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser.
Yeah, I saw that clip. Bro, the dude admitted like that he got offended when she had more viewers than him. Oh my god, what an unbelievable bitch. It's crazy. These guys suck, man. There's a clip that she's talking about right now. All right, so this is a clip of her actually releasing all of the messages, apparently. Dude, tank Emmy, do it, let me handle the hate, the criticism, the you're worse than Emmy, the Emmy is so better, the people are better in every chat, the comparison said somebody will be on my side, let me deal with it, you have fun. I asked you not to become a tank, you didn't listen, and now the classic, what was I supposed to do? Not dealing with this one. Dude, don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you. Don't be a tank. Now you're tanking. What can I do? What am I supposed to do? Don't tank. Yep, there it is. I'm playing the game. Tank Emmy, do it, let me handle. Oh my god, bro!
She's like, I'm playing the game. Dude, it's a game. It's a fucking game. It's not that serious. Dude, people would hate to play World of Warcraft with me because I would not take that serious whatsoever. I would Leroy Jenkins immediately.
Doesn't stop. This guy's pathetic as shit. That's crazy. Look at these DMs, man. Just infinite, like...
I would probably get, just for the content, man. It would be absolute cinema. Just for the content. We'd all be max level right there at the end doing hardcore WoW, and I'd just Leroy Jenkins, and then we're all fucking dead, and it's all because of me. And guess what? Go fuck yourself. It was fun.
This dude
It's a
sucks.
game.
More
This is not someone who wants to care about you.
and more. Oh my god. What are you talking to?
Dude, what are these messages? I'm sorry, not a day has gone by in these last 4 months where your final words to me, don't go, haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out of your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong.
What?
I told myself I needed to be alone, that I had missed out on being single in my 30s. I needed space, freedom, and distance, but I'm afraid of commitment, afraid that would let someone truly in, even someone as beautiful and kind as you. So I tried to protect myself, it's very possible. I pushed you away, it's just a fact.
Bro, how do you fuck up this bad? This is so pathetic.
And I suppose I said a relationship would hold me back. I said I didn't want to be with just one person. Red flag. But those were shields. I put myself to avoid facing the shame to me. This is ChatGPT. Bro, this is G as fuck. Like, you see the long dash? Every time you see a long dash, it's ChatGPT, man. These past 4 months have been the
So
hardest of my
true.
life.
Dude, there's so many of them. So many dashes. It's like, type in a message with these parameters that would be good to get my ex-girlfriend back. I want to get her back, ChatGPT. Help me.
Whatever many people we see on the outside, online, or anywhere else know this. I miss without you. I miss you every single day. I've cried more times than I can count. We said you smile, you laugh, the way you'd say merp or make those little sounds when you're happy. I had to unfollow you at one point, not because I wanted to forget you, but because seeing you reminded me how painfully or badly I messed up. I love you, Emmy. I've always have, and I know now. I never stopped. I know now. Time together, we're far from perfect. My mental health weighed heavily on both of us. Anyway, etc.
Dude, it's straight up a narrative. Even if it wasn't ChatGPT, very much, it seems like it. There's a large percentage chance that is ChatGPT. But even if it's not, this is straight a narrative manipulation. And you know how I know? Because I've done it before. Not on this fucking level, though. Holy shit.
Etc. You get the idea. Yeah, this guy sucks, bro. This guy sucks as shit. That's crazy. Anyway, no, but this dude sucks. And like, you read these lines. This is the craziest part. You read lines like this, right? Where is the one? Those weren't truth, they were shields. I said a relationship would hold me back. I told myself I needed to be alone. I missed on everything. Blah blah blah. He wanted to have more relationships. Dude, these people suck. These people suck. Like, bro, these people need to absolutely fucking get a life, man. None of these infinite relationships and whoring yourself around is gonna make you happy. Okay? Absolutely none of it. None of the whoring will make you happy. The whoring makes you miserable as shit.
And this is after they broke up. I was doing this shit while I was at the end of my relationship, when I felt like we were gonna break up, to try and, keep it all together. I was trying to manipulate her to stay with me, which, I wanted to marry her. I wanted to have children with her. We tried to have children. She had a miscarriage.
There's millions of them. Holy crap. Can we please talk while you're here? Simple conversation go very far, but the lack of communication is really confusing. Did you not get the message that she doesn't want to talk to you, sir?
And more.
This is not someone who wants to care about you.
And more.
Bro. Really weird considering we're in the same place.
Oh my god. What are you talking to?
Oh my god, it doesn't stop. She's just pulling out infinite clips. No, that's crazy. That's insane. Oh my god, bro is starving. That's insanity. Yeah, that's not...
Hold on. Okay. This is ridiculous.
Crazy. That's insane. Oh my god, bro is starving. That's insanity. Yeah, that's not a healthy guy. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's definitely ChatGPT. But god damn, bro. Look at the message top left. It was written in February. I don't care, man, when it was written, but this is brutal. It's brutal and sad, and quite honestly, pathetic. It's pathetic. It really is. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. And, you know, his life would have been so much better if he would have followed the Nux doctrine, which also happens to be the Bible. And, you know, just gotten married and settled down. But nope. He needed to have it all. He needed to have a hedonistic relationship where he goes around and fucks all the women that are on his stream. That's right, baby. That's right. He needs to make infinite content with infinite women because he respects them so much. All right, let's see. Here's an Asmongold clip that people told me to react to.
Today I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've
By the way, some of these issues that are still ongoing.
attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in...
That's a face of a man who knows that this video that she made, not even half of it.
Not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started.
Well, I mean, Asmongold didn't really say anything here, but the thing is, a lot of people...
Well, he did. He said a lot. He's like, it's about fucking time. I told you guys. And this ain't even the half of it.
Actually know the truth. That's the thing. A lot of people actually know the reality. That's why this is so controversial. Because people knew that stuff like this was happening behind the scenes. Even I knew that stuff like this was happening behind the scenes. Obviously, I didn't know any of the specifics, but like...
Yeah, same here. Yep. It even got to me, who is just a tiny guy who nobody knows about, who just gets random views from the algorithm.
Look, when Tectone says something big is coming, and I know it's happening, and it's gonna be big, all right? Like, man, dude, bro, when Tectone says that, it's because...
I started to know things before Tectone mentioned it, and then when Tectone mentioned it, it solidified it for me. I was like, oh shit, people know about this. And Tectone's usually not wrong.
It's because he knows, all right? Like, people...
Yeah, he's got connects, man. He's connected. They don't like him. They hate that he's so connected, but he's connected.
Don't just say things, you know? All right, I think this isn't really an Asmongold reaction. I think it's just the Emmy clip that we already saw. Bro. All right, so here's Asmongold talking. Apparently, he tells a story why he hasn't been talking about Mizkif for a while. People told me you needed to see this clip. Apparently, it's at the end of his react.
You know, like, I don't want to elaborate on any other further things about this. I can kind of talk to the extent that I knew about it a little bit, but I don't want to kind of go and, you know, turn this into like a, you know, continuation. But I can talk about kind of what happened. I guess the first thing I can talk about is the pier, which is the thing that I got mentioned with, which is I was starting my stream. It was the beginning of my stream. I remember I was like, I don't know, like maybe an hour into my stream or something like that. I got a call from Emiru and I was like, what the fuck? And this was like the day after the pier thing had happened. And I saw that Mizkif had gone live earlier in the day. He almost never does that. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, maybe he went live to farm viewers and talk about this, right? But then she calls me and she's crying, and Ray and Cinna and one of their managers is there too. And I'm talking to all four of them. And this is, I muted the stream. And this is why, by the way, I haven't reacted to any Miz clips in the last, like, 6 months. I haven't talked about Miz in the last 6 months. I haven't had anything to do with him, like, a year. This is the reason.
Yeah.
And so I scroll past every clip. I haven't talked about anything. And so I call him the first time, and it rings, like, 2 or 3 times. Nothing happens. Immediately, sorry, it hangs up, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I call again. Because, like, you know, sometimes, like, oh, it's just a random call. But, like, usually if somebody calls you 2 times in a row, it's like, okay, this is serious, right? And so then I call him again, and the rings were, like, you know, it's like 3.
Nux,
and
what
then
is
the other one's,
happening
like,
with your
7
stream?
or 8. So, like, I don't know this happened, right? Obviously, I don't know this happened. But I think he either, like, I don't even know if he had the phone, right? But I think that whoever had the phone saw the call and chose to decline it. I think that's what happened. I don't know if that's what happened. So yeah, that's what I think. And so, but then I called him later on, and he said he's freaking out, and I explained, I was like, okay, well, this is why, and this is what happened, and this is the reason, and, you know, he's fucking, you know, obviously I knew more about this than he thought that I knew with this situation, because Amy had called me, and
Yeah.
I had to explain it to him, but, like...
A lot of these streamers don't really get that everyone kind of knows. Like, everyone kind of knows
Yep.
these things. Once they happen behind the scenes, people tell these things to other people. Like, I mean, realistically, I didn't know the extent of it, but even I, who I'm...
Oh, we don't even know the half of it, man. Even now, with everything that's out now. Dude, it gets so much worse.
not in this sphere at all. I like do politics stuff at this point, you know. But even I sort of kind of knew that this was going on, just like through the ether.
I didn't want to involve.
Yeah, if you're paying attention to the vibes on the internet, it was easy to see all of this stuff and to see what was true and what wasn't, and what could possibly true and what was just outright bullshit.
Myself in this either, because like this is like I knew she was like no contact with him, and at this point pretty much everybody in the org, at least not everybody, but a lot of people were starting to like get this vibe with him. But and this is also another thing, is that a lot of the people that have collaborated with Miz don't know anything about this. They didn't know anything about this, and
So wild.
it was explicitly hidden as much as possible
That's
in order
crazy.
to make sure
I'm
that
so
nobody
shocked.
knew
How
about
did
it
people not know about this?
in any capacity by them.
Because they're not paying attention. They don't pay attention. Dude, people don't pay attention. That's why so many people glaze Hassan. Because they don't pay attention. They don't know what he says. They don't know what he does. They just know that they hang out with him when he's not doing a stream. That's the only thing that they know.
Because they didn't want any of this to get out at all. And so
Or what if some people did kind of know about this? What if some people did kind of know about this?
And they're pretending?
Didn't care, because Mizkif was a huge streamer that he was
Yep.
literally going to make content with them.
Uh-huh.
does like I don't know. I'm not gonna
Dude, it rings true with so many people in this space.
I'm not gonna get into the specifics, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Hidden by who? Well, Miz and Emmy. I mean, Emmy was afraid that if the information got out, and Miz made her afraid, if the information got out, that it would negatively affect Miz in multiple ways, and so he didn't want that to happen. That's more of their interpersonal stuff, and that's what she said on stream.
All right, can I tell you something that's realistic in the streamer world? All right, everyone has everything to gain when you collab with people, okay? If there's a massive streamer that wants to collab with you, then you collab with them because it increases your stats. I don't really care. I just kind of make my own content at this point, all right?
Uh-huh.
But let me be real here. If you
Dude, I feel sorry for anybody who decides to collaborate with me, because I am probably going to ruin their whole entire empire just from saying one word or one sentence.
two people that are super close, like Emiru and Mizkif, who were super close for years. They lived together and stuff, making content together. And all of a sudden, they don't talk anymore. They don't stream together. They don't mention each other anymore at all. They're completely separated in every possible way, which is a detriment to both of their careers. Obviously, something fucked up happened in their personal life. And honestly, anyone that doesn't look at it from that perspective is just kind of naive, because it's literally that obvious.
And so I'm not going to elaborate beyond that. There is, of course, elaboration, but there's, as I said, I'm not going to, this isn't like an encore where I'm going to like further explain why she did or didn't do something, because it's just...
Yeah, all right. Well, no, I get him. He's not wrong. But anywho, all right. So, anywho, this is something I was just explaining to you how people pay attention actually notice. This is a clip from May 2023, right? This is 2 years old. And this is a clip from 2023. How did Emiru get her black eye? What a fantastic question! How did Emiru get her black eye? Says this theorist 2 years ago. Let's see.
I actually had like a small black eye from running into something, and no one could tell.
Running into something. Well, now we know it's because allegedly Mizkif threw his phone at her.
Yeah, no.
Why wouldn't she just say? By the way, I heard that Mizkif threw his phone at her from somewhere. Somebody said it. Was it Tectone? Might have been Tectone.
No one could tell. I thought I wouldn't be able to cover it because it was really bad.
There I was, running into Mizkif's phone.
Deserved me to myself. What'd you run into?
Me to myself. Dude, she is actively lying to cover this up to, you know, keep Mizkif from getting in trouble with the internet.
I was like turning
It's
a
so
corner
sad.
really fast, and I hit like the bottom of my eye socket on the wall.
Ugh. Really? You ran into a wall with your face?
I didn't want to.
Cringe.
I don't want. I had to. How? Wait, let me see if I
Dude, she even sounds like she's lying.
can find a picture.
It's like she's talking with her lips instead of like her whole speaking, you know, the whole organization of her face to speak. She was just pushing it out with her lips.
Nervously laughing at Chap's jokes, Emiru never showed a picture of her black eye. However, she did accidentally leak an image of it while alt-tabbing on her main stream some time later. Clip follows. So here we got Internet Sleuth
Neo,
from
thanks for the
2023. Uh-oh. Here's a still frame of that alt-tab leak and zooms in on the black eye of the picture she leaked. Uh-oh. 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 Here it is. As you can see. All right. Anyway. This is pretty crazy. What's going on here? Emiru ran into a wall. Right. Likely story. Likely story. Now,
I was seeing a lot of videos like this. People just like looking way too far into things and ended up being right.
now again, I don't even blame her for lying, to be honest.
I don't
at
either.
The point. I don't blame it. Right? If she feels like she has the need to
Didn't want it to blow up and be drama. But had to explain what was going on in a way that like, oh, this is why I'm not on camera. I remember when this happened.
screenshot and save all of their fights, that's pretty scary. Wonder about the time she had a black eye. Where'd it really come from? Here's the story and pictures of the mysterious black eye. You know, this is crazy, man. This is crazy to look at because, you know, if you did run into a wall, why would you save the image like on your stream? Unless it's because someone did it to you. That was the conspiracy theory. Anyway, conspiracy theorists, right again, never wrong. Undefeated, completely undefeated, never wrong, never wrong. Yeah, pretty insane. So anyway, apparently she revealed 3 weeks ago that she was informed by 3 different people that Mizkif did similar to other people in LA.
You don't say.
Psychological and domestic abuse.
We saw this clip already. I'm not gonna do it again. But I have to show you some other shiz because this is the reaction. To all of the people.
I saw this while I was watching the stream of Asmongold and Emiru. Like, this, I looked over and I was like, whoa! Ice Poseidon said some crazy shit that was right.
So, first, Ice Poseidon.
Why am I on the same side as Ice Poseidon on this? Like, all these people. Holy shit.
Makes this tweet. I've always said that Twitch streamers have tons of skeletons in their closet. Wait until people find out about everyone else at the top of the corruption and weirdness behind the scenes. You thought Hollywood was bad.
Exactly.
More. Remember, the CEO is best friends with all these people on personal levels as well, and everyone knows everything about each other from gossip behind the scenes. So when something comes out and everyone acts surprised, it's always an act.
It's like high school bullshit, but times 10. It's to another level. It's like high school bullshit became famous.
Don't worry, we're going to be talking about CEO Dan Clancy very soon. Don't you even worry. We will be showing very, very soon exactly what Dan Clancy's up to. Pretty.
Fucking, you see what this says down here? This is so true, too. This is, bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay?
Pretty weird and pretty odd. Here's a clip that someone in my chat just sent me about Mizkif slapping a woman. This sounds like such bullshit, but like, dude, obviously this dude's a piece of shit, right? Like,
yeah, slapping extra Emily.
What is this, man? What's going on here?
Fucking crazy.
Why is it like this? Why is it freezing? Why is my computer freezing? Oh, there it is. Oh, what is that? Like, I guess it's probably for content. Alright, that's got it. That has to be some sort of content, probably.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, dude. I wouldn't slap a woman. Not even for content. Oh my god. Not even for I wouldn't do that even for content. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do what they were doing besides that for content. Whatever event they were doing there. It's just very cringe. All these people are cringe.
I wouldn't slap a hoe. That's ridiculous. Anyway, Tectone made this tweet.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
So true.
I don't care that people know I was right about Mizkif. Just supported Emiru. Thanks. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Tectone.
Yep. And immediately people stopped talking about him. That was the only thing that people were saying. Was like, Tectone said this. Good.
Tectone right
I'm glad.
all along. Crazy how that happens. Asmongold makes an apology. Oh shit. What's going on here?
I said at the beginning, right? I said it, you know, a while ago. It's like it will be bad, and it's not my story to tell. And I think you guys can see why now. I apologize for 2 things: for vague posting about it and saying that, and I also apologize for platforming him. Right? I mean, the truth is, I couldn't have known. I didn't know any of this whenever I met him. Whenever we started OTK together, I had no idea. And when I did realize, you can see kind of the way that I dealt with it and everything. And it's just like in stream, like this is the reason why I fucking like when Ludwig had that clip about like 95% of streamers never got to talk to again, I was like, yeah, yes, bro. Like, yes, you're so right. Like,
damn.
The thing that happened in 2022 was kind of like the beginning of the end for me with like being friends with any streamers or anything like that. And I have like a very small circle now of people that I'm close with.
He's right. And the reality is, it's because most of these people are piece of shit narcissists that are just out here to make money and fuck bitches, and that sucks. These are shitty people, you know. trust God. Don't fall into this rabbit hole where you start believing these people. Friends, I'm friends with a handful. Don't worry. Don't
I saw this, but I don't think I covered it.
get me wrong. I am friends with a handful of people out here. I really am. But that said, the majority, I guess, are coworkers, I suppose. All right, let's see. Here's another Asmongold clip from after his video.
Any open message to Miz?
Uh-oh.
Fuck off. Have some dignity and retire.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Like, I mean...
God damn.
That's...
Yeah, he's just gonna be a lolcow. If he sticks around, people are just gonna constantly make fun of him, and you're gonna hear him constantly talking about how everybody hates him and how he hates everything and he hates his life, and he's just going to be banning people in chat all the time, which is going to make things even worse.
That's my honest, like, you know, what advice do you have? There it is. But you're really mad at him, huh? I don't even know really if that's the word to use. It's just like it's just
sucks, man.
I don't know. Maybe No Money needs to censor somebody else.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, no, fuck off and retire. Honestly, sounds pretty good. Sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of I hear him.
That is funny, isn't it? A bunch of these. Mizkif is in that video that Asmongold got censored, right? Isn't that a thing?
I'm on that same spot. That's pretty crazy. Mizkif was one of the biggest people pushing that Tectone was a bad person. Ironic. Obviously,
yeah, how about
ironic.
that?
Look how insane this.
I think everybody who is saying that Tectone and Nux and Asmongold are bad people are projecting, and they are actually bad people. And it rings to be true so far every fucking time. How about that?
This is. Look how obviously insane this guy is. Holy crap, these people suck. Now, before we get to the actual Mizkif response, because we are definitely doing that, we are absolutely doing that, here's an old video that resurfaced about Mizkif getting angry and throwing things at his other ex-girlfriend, Maya Higa, who, for the record, is another streamer. He's just out here picking up streamer women to date and then allegedly abuse.
No, I'm not talking to him today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
There.
I'm not.
Look here.
Okay. Look at her face.
And here's the girl boss roundtable of bitches and feminists.
She's so uninterested. She said, Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
That was
What the fuck? That is so crazy that this was on stream. What the fuck? I have never seen this.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Like, she does not look happy.
And then he fucking just walks off singing. What an actual psychopath. What the fuck?
Happy, man.
God, I would beat the shit out of him.
Oh.
We're live.
What the fuck?
We're live, she says.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision.
I
Like,
wonder
it
who that
always,
was.
Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100 and I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry.
Look at QT's face. I think she knows. I think she knows.
And then
Wow, that sounds familiar.
he would not slow down until I apologized.
Bro.
Whoa. So then I started driving only, like I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we
Pattern recognition.
would get in a fight while I was driving, he would like pound my ceiling in my glove box. He would like
Punching walls. Wow.
scream and like hit the ceiling and like hit the glove box and just like scream
This
profanity
is the guy that was laughing at Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, by the way.
and scream like he would like just call me terrible things while he was doing it. And then I'd pull over and be like, get out of my car, and he'd be like, no. And then I was like, well, okay. Because what am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
What am I gonna do?
Bro. Yes, fucking crazy. Holy shit. Pattern recognition. Don't worry. Pattern recognition is not actually racism. This is a breakthrough from specifically the Nuxanor channel. All right. Now, let's not forget about the October 24,
Dude, all of these people are connected. They're all connected.
2023 article from 2 years ago where, according to Mizkif, Dan Clancy is the best thing to ever happen to Twitch in years.
Yeah, how about that?
Dan Diddley Clancy. Ain't no way, bro. Mizkif fully supports Dan Clancy as Twitch CEO.
Mizkif files released in 2025 wasn't on my bingo card. Really, it wasn't? It was on mine because I was paying attention. I saw this shit coming months ago.
Oh, you don't say! You don't say! You mean Dan Clancy, the guy that's out there partying with women 40 years younger than him? You support him? You actually think he's kind of based and cool? Wow. Well, color me shocked and all sorts of surprised. That's crazy. Holy moly. Now, here's the Mizkif response. Now, before we actually go through all the separate Mizkif response clips, because I've done way too much research for this specifically, someone in my chat pointed out that this is a clip, a Rust clip, apparently, where he was being abusive and shit. I have way too many tabs open, and my computer is literally frying itself. So, what's this? Is this the clip?
Oh, wow.
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're gonna start talking to people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
Shows the view counts.
Raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Would you like some?
Okay.
raw?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork.
Wow, he's so happy.
Hell yeah.
Everything's great.
So I thought, why not
Bro,
build
see,
a house here?
12K. Uh-oh.
Pay rent.
Oh, and then Emiru gets more viewers on her stream than he does? Oh my god, this guy sucks, dude.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's do it. Yep.
Uh-oh,
Wait, check
the
this
viewer
out.
counts are
Come
getting
here.
closer.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
The house.
Oh shit. Oh shit, Emiru has more viewers. 25,000 viewers to 19,000 viewers. This is so irrelevant. Holy shit.
Dude, how do you get mad at this? If that would have been happening to me, I would have been like, holy shit, Emmy, you're doing so good. Your stream is absolutely exploding. Let's go. You know? I would have been hyped.
Oh.
Wait, our house is literally looking.
You're supposed to all be in it together. It's not a competition. But he was treating it like a competition because he wanted to be the most popular. He wanted to be the top. He wanted to be the one true king.
Exactly the same.
Oh my god, he's so angry.
He locks her out.
Hello?
She's banging on the door like a fucking retard. He locks her out of the house.
Dude, this is pathetic.
What happened? What's wrong? Didn't even want to look at her.
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys are in separate houses.
Biggest sweat
They will come after you guys.
They're
and
the
wipe them out,
biggest
but we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance. You're spelling it wrong. Yeah, my bad.
This dude is so mad, it's crazy. Oh my god.
No, I hardly slept last night.
Alinity rated him. Alinity rated. Oh, did he?
Uh-oh.
Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty
Oh my
tired.
God, dude, this guy sucks.
I'm just tired. All right, chat. I'll see you guys.
You get less viewers, and instead of keeping the viewers so you can keep that momentum going, you just quit. There's your problem. There's your problem right away when nobody knew that any of this was going on. The fuck are you doing?
Later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean? Oh, he
Guys,
did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged,
You hear it?
like we haven't had to do what
Oh my god. And then you hear the banging in the background.
we had
That's
to do
where this was.
to
Holy
make
shit.
it here.
How about
where
that?
She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
You see her trying to keep it together.
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Bro.
Let me check my body real
And
quick.
she's
Dude, you can tell. You can tell.
probably stressed out of her mind.
He's slamming the door.
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, and then she has to
Yeah, I wonder what she was doing.
quote, go to the restroom.
There
you go.
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Look what I did.
Okay, I'm stuck in here. Okay, sick.
So just scare. Yeah.
I'm gonna make some stats.
20 minutes later. Oh,
Longer
restroom,
bathroom
20
break.
minutes
She really had to poop.
later.
Sorry, like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello. Avaragi, thanks for the sub.
The song, bro. The fucking song.
Avaragi, thanks for the sub.
Such a long time.
But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later.
This is
Oh my god! Stockholm victim. Actual Stockholm victim. This is crazy, dude. Oh my lord. This is insane. Holy shit. Oh my god. She mentioned this in her live stream that he went out of his way to stomp around. Nah, dude, this guy's a crazy fucking psycho. Now let me make this clear. All right, I'm gonna before we watch Mizkif's response, I need to make something incredibly clear. Okay, before we do that, I have to quote one of my favorite books of all time ever written. One of my favorite books ever written by a very wise man named King Solomon. Proverbs 6:25. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread, but another man's wife preys on your very life. Just marry a woman. Just marry a woman and make a family. Okay, dude? Just marry a woman and make a family, please. Why are we doing this? All right, anyway, let's see the Mizkif response. All right, let's go.
Idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot
Oh, boy.
argue this. One day, after staying over
down.
Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that I was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry.
Generational fumble.
And I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of talking.
How do you fuck up this bad? Dude, such a major L. Good luck with loneliness. Or maybe he's not going to be lonely. He's just going to keep getting with e-girls for the rest of his life to try and boost his career.
Toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away.
Yeah, no shit.
I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard
Through sickness and through health.
her say is, "Don't go. I love you." Idea to write.
Bro, this does not make you look any better, dog. This doesn't make you look any better. Are you kidding me? He's reading off. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever it is.
Yeah, this same shit happened to me, by the way. The other way, though, where she was the one leaving, and I was like, please don't go. And it was over nothing. Like, I got left over nothing. I mean, I guess it was a bunch of stuff that came to a head, and then the one thing that she left for... why do I keep... I guess because I've gone through a very, very messy breakup, and it lasted for way longer. It was a way longer relationship.
That's crazy. He's literally reading off and he's saying, this looks like shit, dude. Okay, look, no one's blaming you for breaking up with her. It's kind of the other stuff. Oh my God. All right, next. Controlling allegations.
Tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't.
By the way, I'm partially blaming him for breaking up with her because that is such a fucking L.
And I was aggressive at times.
At times.
In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me.
I am not controlling. All I did was tell him how to dress, how to act, what to talk about, and where to go, and how she has to go places with me. Anyway, moving on.
Some of it's understandable, but whenever you look at all the things that he was doing at the same time, it's just like the double standards are fucking real, man.
Moving on.
I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people.
Oh, okay, the list keeps going.
This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want anyone to get assaulted.
Yep.
I didn't...
But by the way, not married.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me! Bro, Mizkif was so close to marrying a pretty woman that wanted to make a family and kids. He was so close to actually winning every...
Dude, all single incel men who can't find women everywhere are shitting on this guy because he failed so fucking hard. He won. He was winning. How did he lose this bad? How do you fuck this up this bad?
But instead, he's a hedonistic douchebag. This is crazy.
I want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person.
Disagree.
I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She did.
Fake crying. Everyone in chat saying that it's fake that he's crying. No, I believe he's crying. He just had the worst day of his life. I believe that he's crying. I don't think this is fake tears. I just don't know if he's telling the truth.
Didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if...
Dude, in this one clip, he's like, I'm not letting her go anywhere where I am not there. I am not letting her travel. I'm not letting her...
By the way, in the same video, he says that he doesn't feel bad. He's not stressed at all, but he does this whole crying thing. And it's just like, what the fuck? What kind of cope is that?
Go places. I need to always be around. But also, I try to give her space, and she's forcing me to be around her. I'm trying so hard, and she keeps wanting me around. Bro, this is like in one clip.
If we didn't sleep together, or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued. and I got even more stressed. I know
This sucks. This is bad, dude. This is insane. Oh my god, that clip's fucking terrible. Dude, I told her to do this. I told her that I told her not to travel with people. I told her not to go places. But also, she kept trying to want me around. I didn't want to be around her, but she forced me. Wow, that clip's not good. All right, what else? Bro thinks he's the victim, so sue him. So sue her for defamation if it's not true. And if it's not true, sue her for defamation. That's all I have to say. I'm a simple...
He's probably gonna sue her. I don't see how he doesn't.
Oh man, look, these are allegations at this point. I am currently leaning towards one side. I'm not going to tell you which one until the end of the video. I am leaning towards one side of things. I
wonder.
It's not true.
Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
Yep, sounds like a threat.
And that is what's going to happen.
All
because
right.
you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Yikes. Go after me all you want.
Oh, there's more stuff coming out right now. Okay, I'm going to end it with this Mizkif stuff, and I'm going to move on to the next thing that I just saw pop up. Holy shit. Donate to the Fables Folly Farm.